The entrepreneurial consumer blueprint: how employees can turn their household monthly expenses into income generating asset powered by AI technology. Of course, before you ever quit your job, let's read section number 1 of 10 sections. The silent frustration of employees. The life most employees live but rarely talk about. Most employees are not failing. They are surviving inside a system that was never designed for ownership. Every month follows the same rhythm. You wake up early, you commute, you give your best hours to work, you get paid, and before the next paycheck arrives, most of it is already gone. Rent, transport, food, school fees, electricity, data, insurance. What remains is often not peace, it's pressure. Not because you are reckless, not because you lack discipline, certainly, but because the cost of living keeps rising while income crawls forward. Yet this struggle is rarely spoken about openly. Employees are expected to be grateful, to manage better, to budget smarter, to be patient. So many suffer in silence, smiling at work while privately wondering, is this really it? Hard work is no longer the problem. Most employees were raised to believe one simple formula: work hard, get educated, get a job, live well. For decades, this formula worked. But today, something has shifted. Hard work still exists, but rewards have thinned. Education still matters, but no longer guarantees freedom. Jobs still provide income, but rarely ownership. The issue is not effort. The issue is structure. Employees are trapped in a time for money model where income has a ceiling, but expenses do not. Inflation has no loyalty. Emergencies do not wait for promotions. Life keeps happening, whether salaries grow or not. This creates a quiet fear. What happens if I miss one paycheck? When that question becomes real, many turn to credit cards, overdrafts, or short-term loans. Loan sharks matronisa, ke bua ka kamela ya ko Pitori. Not out of irresponsibility, but out of necessity. Debt becomes a survival tool instead of a strategic instrument. Confidence consequently erodes. Consumption without leverage. Here is a truth few people explain clearly. Employees are powerful consumers, but powerless owners. Every month, employees spend money. They support brands. They sustain companies. They keep entire industries alive, but most never benefit from the value they help create. Consumption flows outward, never back. Employees are loyal customers to supermarkets, telecommunication companies, transport system, financial institutions, household brands. Yet none of these reward them for their loyalty beyond discounts and points. The problem is not consumption itself. The problem is consumption without leverage. No ownership, no participation, no upside. This is where frustration quietly turns into resignation. People stop dreaming big, not because they lack ambition, but because ambition feels dangerous when responsibility is heavy. The myth of just quit and start your own business. In recent years, a new pressure has emerged. Social media glorifies quitting jobs, escape the 9 to 5. Some of us, we are working 6 to 6. Be your own boss, hustle harder. But for most employees, this advice feels reckless. Very few are like Mukoro Manana. They have families to support, bills to pay, reputation to protect, limited time and energy. Quitting without preparation, it's not courageous. It is risky. That's why many employees feel stuck between two unsatisfying options. Stay employed, stay frustrated. Quit and gamble on uncertainty. This false choice creates paralysis. What is really offered is a third option, one that respects reality while expanding possibility. You are not broken. You are mispositioned. If you are an employee reading this and feeling uneasy, hear this clearly from myself, my heart to your heart. You are not lazy. You are not incapable. You are not late. You have simply been positioned only as a worker and a consumer, not as a participant in the value creation. This document exists because there is a better way to think about work, income, and ownership. A way that does not require quitting your job immediately, does not demand a business idea upfront, does not pressure you to take reckless risk. Instead, it begins with clarity, community, and intentional consumption. Before strategies, before systems, before opportunities. The journey starts by understanding where you truly stand and recognizing that your current life already contains the raw material for something more. This is where the shift begins, not with answers, but with better questions. Next, we will read section number 2.